Hello guys, my name is Yash. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn about the Java static keyword along with the static methods, static variables and static blocks. And also we will learn about this keyword in Java, how and where to use them with the help of examples. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that you don't miss any updates. We can use the static keyword in Java if we want to access class members without creating an instance of the class. We need to declare the class member static. The static can be variable, method, block, nested class. The math class in Java has almost all of its members static, so we can access its members without creating instances of the math class. In this example, we have not created any instances of the math class, but we are able to access its methods max and min. It is possible because the methods and variables of the math class are static. If you declare any variable as static, it is known as a static variable. The static variable can be used to refer to the common property of all objects. The static variable gets memory only once in the class area at the time of class loading. In this example, we have declared a non-static variable named nonstat and a static variable named statnum inside the class test. Inside the main class, we can see that we are calling the non-static variable using the object of the class. However, we are calling the static variable by using the class name. Static methods are also called class methods. It is because the static methods belong to the class rather than the object of a class. A static method can access static data member and can change the value of it. We can invoke static methods directly using the class name. For example, here we can see that the static method can be accessed directly from other classes using the class name. In every Java program, we have declared the main method static. It is because to run the program, the JVM should be able to invoke the main method during the initial phase where no objects exist in the memory. In this example, we have declared a non-static method named multiply and a static method named sub inside the class static x. Inside the main method, we can see that we are calling the non-static method using the object of the class. However, we are calling the static method by using the class name and without creating any object. We are accessing the static variable from another class. Hence, we have used the class name to access it. However, if we want to access the static member from inside the class, it can be accessed directly. For example, here we are able to access the static variable and method directly without using the class name. It is because static variables and methods are by default public. And since we are accessing from the same class, we don't have to specify the class name. In Java, static blocks are used to initialize the static variables. It is executed before the main method at the time of class loading. For example, here we can see that we have used a static block with the syntax. A class can have multiple static blocks and each static block is executed in the same sequence in which they have been written in a program. In this example, as soon as the main class is loaded, the value of A is set to 12. The first static block is executed. Hence, the string first static block is printed and the value of B is set to A into 2. The second static block is executed. Hence, the string second static block is printed and the value of num is set to 17. And finally, the print statements inside the method display are executed. In Java, we can declare a class inside another. Such classes are known as nested classes. Nested classes are of two types: static nested classes, non-static nested classes. For example, there can be a lot of uses of this keyword in Java. This keyword is used to refer to the current object inside a method or a constructor. For example, in this example, we have created an object named obj of the class main. We then print the reference to the object obj and this keyword of the class. Here we can see that the reference of both obj and this is the same. It means this is nothing but the reference to the current object. These are the uses of Java this keyword. In Java, it is not allowed to declare two or more variables having the same name inside a scope. However, instance variables and parameters may have the same name. For example, in this example, the instance variable and the parameter have the same name age. Here, the Java compiler is confused due to the name ambiguity. In such situations, we use this keyword. For example, first let's see an example without using this keyword. In this example, we have passed 8 as a value to the constructor. However, we are getting 0 as an output. This is because the Java compiler gets confused because of the ambiguity in names between instance of the variable and parameter. Now let's rewrite the same code using this keyword. Now we are getting the expected output. It is because when the constructor is called, this inside the constructor is replaced by the object obj that has called the constructor. Hence, the age variable is assigned value 8. Another common use of this keyword is in setters and getters methods of a class. For example, here we have used this keyword to assign value inside the setter method to access value inside the getter method. The this keyword can also be passed as an argument in the method. It is mainly used in the event handling. For example, in this example, inside the constructor, notice the line. Here, we are calling the add method by passing this as an argument. Since this keyword contains the reference to the object obj of the class, we can change the value of x and y inside the add method. If you like this video, share it with your friends and also don't forget to like.